A happy Wednesday to each and every one of you. Selamat datang once again. Welcome back to Hot Issue, What's for Lunch by ACTnow, and a very early Festival of Light celebration wish that we would like to wish upon all of Malaysians out there. Tak kisahlah whether you are celebrating it ke, ataupun you macam I ke, ataupun you macam orang lain ke. Kita kan keluarga Malaysia, kita celebrate all kinds of things that is being celebrated in our country. So yes, I bet that some of you are even taking the advantage of not even going to work today. Ada yang dah start cuti kan? Ada kan? Ada kan? Mesti you all dah start prepping to go back to your home, to your home kampung, traveling up north or south or to the to the east coast and whatnot. But whatever it is, should you are traveling ataupun tengah prepare, tengah packing to travel today for the celebration that is happening tomorrow. Hope you guys are really taking care of yourselves. Make sure you guys have checked your car. Cukup air, cukup battery, cukup apa lagi? Cukup angin for the tires. Basically, your car is in tip-top condition should you're traveling using your car. And if you're traveling long distance, make sure you guys have good enough rest before you travel your your journey back to your hometown kampung halaman semua. Okay. But one person I know who will not be traveling as far as anyway because dia kata dia nak bagi chance kepada people who are the one that are really celebrating Deepavali to travel, and that person is Melvin Lam. Betul tak Melvin? Betul tak? Betul tak?
Yes, betul. When I travel, please don't travel.
Suka hati buat rule. Oh my god. But yeah, but how's the situation in KL? I think today the traffic wasn't that bad, right? Because I think a lot of people are taking the advantage of not going to office right today.
Yes, it is, and a lot of people have been, I think, really eager to see it's 5-6 o'clock and zoom they go.
Kita dah lama tak boleh travel, Melvin. So any chance that we get right now, even if it's a 2-day weekend, now we are given opportunity for a 4-day weekend or a 5-day weekend. A lot of people definitely take that into their, as an advantage, isn't it? Orang rindu nak balik kampung, Melvin.
Yeah, please travel. No issue on that. Just follow strict SOP. Don't be a stupid dumb ass.
Wow, oi, baru start show dah marah. Ini
I have to marah first because otherwise, if I don't marah them, they get regrets and they hope that I marah them earlier.
So basically,
just what your advice? Make sure the car water is filled up, your tire is gas is there. No, this is what the elderly folks, probably your parents will advise you when travel. Please check your car. Make sure the oil is enough, engine oil, and all these things. Before you travel. So probably I don't know whether this still practice or not. I mean, the young parents tell the children, But in my days,
I pernah tahu, Melvin. I pernah ada experience, but it wasn't during a festive time lah when I was traveling. But I had the displeasure of experiencing a time where when I was traveling, suddenly my car's radiator was out of whack. So like, smoke came out from the car. The temperature of the car flew up to the maximum. So I could not drive my car and I had to stall my car at the side of the road of the highway, which is quite scary because cars are, don't play pay. Okay, they are actually driving very fast on the highway. So it was quite scary. Luckily, I was just by myself and not with my family members, but it was a very hard experience for me being by the side of the road under the hot sun with the radiator not working. It's an unpleasant thing to experience. So yeah, please do not be in my
I
situation. Yeah.
I do. In fact, there was just sometimes last year. Remember those times we do our hot issue in the evening.
Yep.
So we at those days we do in our studio in PJ. So there was I stayed until the last show and drove back. Luckily, there's no jam because it's the last show when you leave. It's about 11 o'clock at night. I don't know what happened. The radiator is not so-called hot in that way, but it lit.
Okay.
So water was leaking.
All right.
We don't know until next morning. Actually, the whole water tank radiator went dry. So, but goodness, it was late night and no jam.
Luckily.
Otherwise we see wow, the temperatures, the will show indicator will be on the rate, and now you get panic. But it happens about sometimes last year.
Yeah. I mean, like at the end of the day, at the end of the day, this kind of things can happen to anyone, even the most careful person, such as Melvin Lam as well. It can happen to him. So make sure you guys do take care of yourselves. Make sure you double check, triple check of all your conditions, like it's like your car or whatever it is. As long as
yes, last week in the morning, when I start my car, the battery went flat.
Oh yeah, you shared the experience with
no
us.
indication that it went flat. It just went flat.
Yeah.
But luckily, I was in my house, and of course, we have this neighborhood regular guy, which I call. I say, that was 8:30. I have to wait about 1.5 hours. He said because it opened at 9 o'clock. And of course, he has been servicing my car. I said, okay, I know what's the battery all about. So 9:15, he came with a scooter with the battery. Imagine that if I was having my appointment outside and when it starts, it was so inconvenient. Luckily, it will happen in my house, and we use the neighborhood car service center. So it's good sometimes to support your own community's business.
Alright. At the end of the day, sebenarnya kesihatan diri, yes, kita kena jaga, tapi kesihatan kenderaan juga, we need to be mindful as well. Very, very important. All right, okay, enough about that. So let's jump into our first topic of the day. It has been, it's no secret anymore that Malaysia right now, at least the adult population of Malaysia, we have achieved such a high percentage of people who are fully vaccinated. We are even rolling out third booster shots for people outside there. Granted, for the booster shots, it has been prioritized to the frontliners and some of my media friends actually, people who are working in the media. They get first dibs in getting their booster shots because they are in the front line, because they do work out and meet up with a lot of people. So they're given priorities. So that's definitely a great news. And also, we have seen a rise in regards of percentage of teenagers, ages between 12 to 17, who are also getting vaccinated. My nephews and nieces, personally, they are already fully vaccinated. Congratulations to them. They are very responsible because they're not just thinking about themselves, they're thinking about others as well. And it has also been reported that KJ, Khairi Jamaluddin, our Minister of Health, has reported that for the kids between 5 to 11 will get vaccinated soon as well, Melvin. Good story, good news.
Yeah, it's good. But I do understand some parents are against it.
Okay, why would they be against it? Isn't vaccination good?
I believe so. I give 100% trust in it. Of course, you can someone like you jab, you also die. You don't jab, also die. So, you like it or not, you will die once. So jab, no jab, there's no difference.
No. I mean, like, seriously, there was even a joke the other day. Some guy actually told me, like, seriously, this guy, after he got jabbed, he died, He actually died after he got jabbed. I was like, oh my God, sedihnya. So anti-vaccine is true lah. And then the guy, no, he actually walked out from the center and then he walked, bus langgar dia. And then he died.
Sorry for laughing. So is
Yeah,
it
I mean, like, no
better not
disrespect
to
to, like,
go for jab because you are subject to accidents?
yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, moving along on this particular thing, I mean, I mean, viewers of Act Now, known from the first day together, at least Melvin and myself, we are pro vaccine. We promote vaccine. We encourage people to take vaccine. And it has been reported that KJ, Khadija Jamaluddin, the Minister of Health, has announced that Malaysia will be procuring the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine to inoculate children between 5 to 10, 12 years old. So they're getting the so-called atas vaccine. They're getting Pfizer vaccine because according to the FDA from the US, they have been doing studies that jabs for 5 to 12 years old, they are okay. They are all right to get vaccination, granted with some side effects, which we adults also get, but it is still safe for children between 5 to 12 to get vaccinated. And definitely this is great news for all Malaysians out there, at least for us to be fully vaccinated as a nation,
Yes,
Mel.
yes. We can't leave every one single person out. We can't afford that. So I hope the parents themselves, of course, a lot of adults, we still have a lot of adults refuse, but do not risk your children.
Mhm.
You know, this is this is my greatest fear of them.
Yeah, correct.
You know, I would very stressed if I meet someone who had not refused to be jacked. Right? Instead, he worry about me. I worry about the person. You know,
Yeah, I
because
mean, like, look, there's some things that I still, I mean, again, I mean, like, I am as open as anyone out there can be. I think, Melvin, you are as well. We are always open to discussion. We are always open for some banter in regards of discussing some debating out there, pros versus cons, whatnot. And it's
yeah,
even reported that this Pfizer BioNTech vaccine, in kid-sized doses, it has been reported is 91% effective at preventing symptomatic COVID-19, preventing symptomatic COVID-19. But I bet you people who are against vaccine, they would concentrate on the 9%. Now, again, let's be open here. Let's be truthful here. When you look at this number, 9% is still quite of a big number. It is still
yeah,
risky, but we should concentrate on the 91 rather than the 9, right? What do you think?
yeah. I guess so. I mean, so let's take out the bulk first. The
Mm,
bulk is important. Let's settle that first.
mm,
You know, then we come to the 9%.
yeah.
You know, so for adults, I think now it has. I can't remember the exact figure, but it went to 95, 96% of
Yeah,
the
91,
adults.
96% right now. Yes.
Yeah, so that's very good. The left behind is those who are probably still refuse
Mm,
to what the tao, and tell the whole world that I don't do it, I'm still surviving.
mm.
No, they say, yeah, you have fully vaccinated. I don't believe, and I have not even a single jab. I'm still like you. I'm still strong and all this thing. But you never know when strike you,
Mhm.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Accidents.
yeah, correct.
Yeah. So like I say, someone it died because after coming out from center was locked down by a vehicle. So you don't know when it will strike you.
Yeah.
You know. So we are just lucky as for the moment. For the kids, we do not play. Because kids can't make the decision. It's always the parents or adult or make the decision on behalf, but do not risk their life. Because there's one doctor, Dr. Joanna, who served in the Department of Environmental and Occupational Health, say the risk of children contracting the virus is higher, especially for those below 12 years old, as they are not vaccinated, with an
Mhm.
evidence increase of them being admitted into hospital since the emerge of Delta variants. You see, Delta variants are different breeds. It's an upgraded breed, so-called. When we started with the COVID-19, yeah, it was just by contact point or by, that's why we need, what call it, to cover our face, But
Mhm.
now these virus, they can actually transfer, what so-called pass you through via air contacts.
Yep. Correct.
So, so now Delta is actually now targeting at children, young children.
No, because like we have established this long time ago. I mean, like the virus of COVID-19, it does not discriminate. It does not really
Yeah,
choose its victim. It just go to anywhere that it can go. Tak kisahlah you 9 years old ke, you 90 years old ke, you're a bodybuilder ke, you're a model ke, you're a school teacher ke, whatever profession that you are, you menteri plastik ke ataupun you menteri minum timah ke, at the end of the day, COVID doesn't discriminate. It just attacks you as it will be. So the vaccine at the end of the
Yes.
day helps to stop that. No, it helps to prevent that attraction of COVID-19. Granted, you may still get it, but the severity of the impact that COVID-19 will give you would be so much less. And it has also reported, just to share with you, Malvin, between the age of 5 to 11 years old, they are developing virus fighting antibodies as strong as those of teens and young adults who get regular dosage, with similar or fewer annoying reactions such as sore arms, headaches, or even achiness. And even people like us, adults like us,
Yeah.
we did go through that symptom. We did experience
Yes.
some sort of fever. Ada juga yang rasa sengal-sengal badan. I felt sengal-sengal lengan for about 2-3 days. But after that, I was fine. I was able to do all my
Yeah.
stuff. I think, and Melvin, my personal thing is that I think parents are thinking that it's okay for it to happen to me, but to happen to my children, I'm very curious. I'm very cautious about that. Dia a bit of orang kata apa sense of protecting lebih sikit. I think, Melvin. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I got through the same thing just like you. After 2-3 days, everything is back to normal. But imagine, yes, the children, the parents probably overprotective. They say, yes, they are too young to have a fever, too young to have a itchiness, but then they are much too young to be contacted positive. It will be more severe, you know. So I think first of all, it's the stubbornness of the parents. It's not the children. Children to make decisions. All right. So if you do love your children, please get it done. If you want to refuse, you can by all means, but give the children their rights as well, because they are not able to make the decisions. They're not able to download the wine etc. and apply for themselves.
Yeah, correct.
You know, but
I want to give you a situation, Melvin. I just want to paint you a picture. Let's say in 2022, because KJ has actually pointed out that they will try to roll out the whole vaccination sometime earlier in the first quarter of next year. Let's say that in 2032, bulan 10 lah contohnya. No, it's been a full year until now. Bulan 10, bulan 11 next year. The government comes up with a statement, no children is allowed to go to school if they are not vaccinated. What do you think about that? Is that fair?
It's fair because you're putting the other children at risk. But then you will have this minority time they want to sue the government, which happens. I think one soldier also want to sue the government. All right, apply leave to sue the government. They say I have this rights, I have my human rights. So unfortunately, to today, I don't see the parliament has passed the law so that to enforce that everyone need to be fully vaccinated. We still find not only private sector, public servants still refuse to be vaccinated. So the program can be, if the parliaments, with all support from all the MPs, support these past laws that everyone needs to be vaccinated. It means, yeah, last weekend, I mean, we also lost a very important politician from Sarawak.
Yep.
Due to, not because he's of certain age, but because of complexity of when he was contacted virus. This was second. Earlier was ex-deputy minister of tourism from Sabah.
Yep.
Then after a few days, it's from Sarawak. So even important persons, so-called VVIP, they still have it. They still cannot. So those little small children, what more can you say? No, let's be safe. I want the whole, not only Malaysia, the whole world, everyone enforce that have to be vaccinated.
Yeah, correct. I totally agree with you 100%. Regardless of how many bottles of timah you drink, you will still contract COVID-19 lah. You're not putting it that way lah. Just putting out there.
Ramly's burgers you eat, you still contact.
Or even Daim chocolates. We don't want to talk about this one because we will definitely get sidelined. But final note on this one, we just want to tell people that, yeah, please outweigh the good versus the bad. Yes, everything out there, medically speaking, would have side effects. Even your Panadol, your paracetamol have side effects. It's just that you don't contract it as often, but it's still there, but you still believe in eating paracetamol. It works the same way as your vaccine as well. So outweighs the pros versus the cons, and hopefully you'll come into a consensus in taking care your
Yes,
loved ones.
everything we eat for the matter has side effects.
Correct. You makan fucuk macam semalam kita cerita kan, you makan fucuk macam-macam banyak-banyak pun kan ada lalat bahaya juga tu. Okay, enough talking about that. Stop about the fucuk, stop about the vaccine. Now we want to jump on the second topic that we want to bring up
What
today.
do we have? What do we
Okay,
have?
the fact that right now we can cross borders, we can go to other states, we can cross districts. Obviously, economy has been booming quite well. A lot of things are happening right now, especially in the construction side of things, where people are allowed to do a lot of construction work right now. A lot of people are able to do, housing development areas. A lot of people are able to do work for their house. A lot of people are able to actually do something after being in lockdown for the past 18 months. And one of the things that we want to highlight around is that when you do construction, especially renovation, even if your house is as small as the typical house, you do need permits. You do need the proper accreditation. You need signatures from the governing body, municipal councils, for instance, for you to get approval to do such renovation. And Kuala Lumpur specifically, Wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur have come up with something called CLIS, where it can help to ease your pain and suffering in getting those approvals. Melvin, what is up with this?
I don't know whether it is the pain, but definitely the submit still every day you look at your app or look at it, it's other no response.
Lagi pening.
Lucky panic, But in two cases, when you let's say you buy your property, you sign SMP, it comes with that. Okay, this is the layout, the size, the design, the size of your property. So if you intend to, let's say, which is quite normal, everyone want to extend the kitchen. Let's say you're in a double link house, extend the bedroom, extend your living room, make a nice canopy for your car, driving. Those actually needs as well approval. Even commercial area like those shop houses, because it's for the safety. Because they want to look into whether that is efficient. So the foundations can it maintain your extensions, because let's say you are a single story, you want to renovate into 2-story or 2-story to 3-story. Does it need a new foundation? Because let's say you're in a terrace house or shop houses, whatever happens, it will affect your neighbors.
Yep.
Right. Let's say it collapses, it will affect your neighbors. So for the safety, they need everyone to apply. But honestly, 99% does not apply. All right. So I hope the
Spoken
system.
like someone from experience, Melvin. That's scary. No, no experience,
Yes. Yes, I was in this industry before for a very short period, but a lot of people did not apply. All right, because first of all, they think that's a lot of red tapes. You're getting approval time. Let's say I apply now. What is the waiting time? Would it some will stress it months or year? Because I want to renovate. I want to move in. So time is also a factor. I think most of it is the time factor. All right, and we have a lot of cases that reported to our via our platform. Two more recent cases. One is referred to a kopitiam in the commercial shop lots. They extended the shop lots kitchens to the back lanes public roads, half of the roads.
And suka hati dia je.
Yeah, so I don't know where. Then and the front in the commercial area, the walkway is actually a public walkway. It doesn't belong to the shop owners. It's actually for public to walk. They put all the table chairs there, and they actually canopialize the public car park, one single lot in front of the shop lots. They canopy up, so no car can actually park. And then they put 2 stalls there. So this was reported to us. This is under the PKL. And last week, we received a letter from the building department's an official letter, saying they investigate, and they actually instruct, we will CC, ACTnow will CC, they actually instruct that divisions, enforcement departments of the area division, TPKL divisions, to take actions. Well, we'll see whether they take actions or not. So that's one case recently. And beginning of the year, this is more severe. This a row of single-story houses, right? I think they're 20 feet width by 60. This owner, intermediate owner, built up 3-story. From a single story to
from a single story jadi 3.
3-story, and the balcony actually touched the TNB wire. You know, outside you have all the tiang and all the big cable.
Yes.
They actually extended there, and you can actually touch it without reaching up your hands. It was all the photo was submitted, and DBKL. I think a week after that, DBKL went there to seal off the place until today.
Oh, there you go.
You can't, because you endanger. First of all, it's meant for a single story. You build up to 3-story without no new foundations, and you affect your neighbors.
Yeah.
Anything happened to it, because it's just about 20 feet the most. I think in the picture, those rumor so-called low-cost house.
Terrace house.
A low-cost terrace house. 20 feet by 60, and you build up 3-story, it can collapse, it will affect your neighbors.
Yeah, I mean, like, these are the kind of things that people, they don't really want to take serious, because they think that is their land, is their property, is their house, they can do whatever it is that they want. But they forget that they forget that we live in a community, that we live by the rules, and there's a lot of things that needs to also be considered. Now, before I do want to advise our audience as well what CLIS actually means, as the title actually stated. CLIS means Kuala Lumpur Integrated Submission System, in which there is an online submission platform for applications for development projects, and the system involves documents relating to planning, approval, building, renovations for small-scale residential homes in Kuala Lumpur online. Okay, and for now, it only involves bungalow, terrace, and link houses, but they are looking at simplifying and streamlining everything that includes incorporating digital signatures too. As what Melvin has just griped on for the past 10 minutes, is that it is very important for people to really understand, even if you want to do something which is not even outside your compound. Let's say that you have a corner lot house, you want to extend your corner lot house, it is still something that you need to get approval. You need to send your submission of your plan to the municipal council to make sure that they approve it, because it could affect whatever it is around the area. Melvin?
Yeah, I also learned recently, let's say you extend your house properties and you want to sell it, because they have no approval, you will affect your sales SMP. The bank will not probably approve it, because what they see and what is in your SMP, the original plans, is different. You know.
Imagine lah kalau rumah you single story, suddenly tiba-tiba you nak jual, tiba-tiba nampak macam Twin Towers. Now that would be weird, wouldn't it?
The banker will not approve it. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like you modify your Fortune Saga to look like limousines and whatever it is, a Rolls Royce. I think, people will run to buy it, but I don't think they will get finance.
So these are the kind of things that homeowners specifically need to be very, very, need to really understand how it works. Especially now, I know there's a lot of new house owners right now. I mean, like, a lot of young people, maybe they're still young, the age of between 25 to 30. They don't really understand how property actually works. They don't know whether they need approval here, and there. But I believe there are a lot of websites out there, at least from our government agencies or even our municipal councils, who are always there to help you out in order to make sure that you follow the rules in whatever it is that you want to do. Anything you nak buat dalam rumah tak apa. So contohnya kalau dalam rumah you nak what do you think, Melvin? Betul ke dalam rumah ke kena bagi tahu juga? Kalau let's say that if there's a bedroom, you want to
yes. Like in my condo, when I renovate years back, we have to submit to the management building company, to get approval.
Right.
But
so that's
of course,
inside the house.
High rise, you can extend your kitchen, can extend your balcony,
Maybe rather than having a 20-foot walkway, they want to have a 60-foot walkway. Nak panjangkan lagi, who knows? I don't know. Living in an apartment.
Talking about that, we have a Penang case, Pansapuri, that kind of things. That is that probably that unit is a gangster unit. It came to complain to us a few times. They stay in the Rumah Pansapuri for the 4-story, 5-story. This guy, this owner, on the ground, he extended his kitchen to the car park. And even the management company, that's what we say, hey, these people cannot touch, untouchable. Because why? They know all, they got politician support. Please,
Okay.
I will.
Ini
I tell
masalahnya,
you, if I
Melvin,
do know
bila
which
cable
politician
buat.
support is going to shame the party.
Yeah. Inilah, I mean, like, when people, do things outside the law, they think that their cable is very strong. So that's the problem with the world nowadays when it comes to all these things. So may we actually suggest again, anybody out there, what DBKL is trying to do is, yeah, they're trying to simplify things. But yeah, it's not going to solve your problem instantaneously. Like you said lah, Melvin, like if you were applying for something and then you've been waiting on your phone, macam orang gila tengok phone, bila lah notification aku nak keluar kan. But yeah, at least we are moving towards that. It's becoming a
Yes,
paperless
yes.
kind of environment. We are coming into that modernity for people to ease ourselves in granting all of this approval and whatnot. But still,
Yeah.
approval needs to be sought and needs to be applied proper through the proper channels. Kalau you nak tambah rumah, nak jadi KLCC pun tambahlah janji ada signature approval from your municipal council. Okay, Melvin, when are we
Alright.
gonna see your house jadi KLCC juga ke nak jadi TRC? I thought you fan TRC punya owner tak?
Yeah, condo. What can you do? What you can do? You can build. You're living in a double ground unit, not a
Yeah.
land unit.
But never mind. I want my tanah so that I can do stuff on the tanah. Main-main dengan anak. All those kind of things. Don't really
Oh
want.
yeah, yeah. Go and build your basements, your pool. Mesti ada license. Mesti get approval.
Tak apa. I beli I punya swimming pool daripada Toys R Us, the one that you pump angin one, that one. Kau team. Alright, Melvin, awesome stuff. Tomorrow Deepavali, but we're still gonna be on for tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Alright, okay.
I'll see you
Thanks so much.
tomorrow.
So we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Melvin. Ciao.
Okay. See you.
All right, that's all, folks, from me and Melvin on today's episode. Again, tomorrow is Deepavali. We would like to wish each and every one of you happy Deepavali, Festival of Lights. Hope you guys are celebrating it in the best way you possibly can. Granted, sekarang with COVID-19 still around us, make sure you do follow SOP. Kalau lah you nak buat open house ke apa benda ke, kalau lah you nak ajak people coming over to your place, make sure you follow all the procedures because, again, you may not be afraid of the authorities, but please be mindful of the virus. Itu lagi takut sebenarnya. Mio Adlan, signing out for Hot Issue this time around. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.